Harvest time in the Tamar Valley was the busiest period in the year. Alex and Peter will need to call on all their resources to bring in the crops. There'll be a lot to carry, so they're enlisting Laddie, the Dartmoor pony, to help. Laddie's a workhorse in training. Until 4 months ago, he'd spent his whole life roaming wild on the moor.
So this has been the first step in his training, just to get this leading. You know, his head's down, his ears aren't desperately pinned back, you know, he's sort of listening around. And we're pretty happy that he's good to lead now. One of the reasons these ponies have survived and become such a feature of the rural economy around here is because right up into the Edwardian period they were carrying out crucial services to the people that lived on and around Dartmoor. And pack animals, basically, that was their major role, along with carting. And the first thing we want to do, a little bit simpler than carting, is to use the horse to carry panniers. Basically, panniers are baskets that would be laden over the horse's back, and they would take, you know, something up to sort of 30, 40 pounds worth of weight.
These are 2 sacks that are filled with fleeces, and this should just act as an introduction to put baskets on there. Let them have a sniff. So, here we go.
There you go, boy. Just sit here for a bit. Just marvel with this pony, actually. You know, we just throw a couple of bags on him like this, and he's not particularly bothered. He's a cool customer, isn't he?
He is.
You want to see how he fares then?
Walk on. Walk on. Good boy, Laddie. He's doing very, very well. Considering he hasn't had anything on his back before, certainly not walking around like this, he's taken to it really well. Come on.
The next step is taking Laddie out of the training pen.
I am feeling slightly nervous about this.
It's the first time he's done any work outside this ring.
It's unnerving, you know, everything so far has gone so well with him. I'm just slightly worried that at the moment he's just been too cool.
The first thing Laddie will have to carry is the cherry crop, the most important July harvest for many Edwardian farmers. In the 1900s, there were 12,000 acres of cherry orchards across Britain, compared to around 1,000 acres today. The Tamar Valley was one of the main producers. Only a handful of the valley's orchards remain, but Alex and Peter are hoping to harvest the valuable fruit. They need to find one important piece of equipment.
We now need the ladders.
It's critical that we have the ladders. We can't offer to help out this cherry harvest without having our own ladder. It's like turning up to a tennis match without a tennis racket.
Well, we certainly have a selection of ladders here.
We do.
Cherry ladders varied in design from region to region. In the Chilterns, they splayed out at the bottom, while in the Tamar Valley, they were straight all the way down. Wherever they were found, they had to be extremely long, because cherry trees can be up to 70 feet tall.
That is a beast. Of course, the difficult thing is, Peter, is getting it out of here.
Easy.
It's not going to go.
Right. What do you think? Window?
We've got to drop it down into here, haven't we?
Yeah. The problem is, I think the building behind us has been built on subsequently. It's all breeze blocks in there. So chances are these ladders are never coming out.
Watch that pane of glass, Peter. That's it. Don't. Okay, we're under. Cool. It's coming. It's coming. We're nearly there, mate. Well, of course, there's one thing getting it down. We've got to get it out of that entrance, haven't we? Ready? Oh. Step one. So, bring it round.
Yeah.
And hey, presto! There we go. Oh dear, Peter, I think we've got another problem here.
While the boys prepare for the cherry harvest, Ruth's getting on with another job for July.
So this is a salmon net, the sort used in this river.
That's right, yes.
Keeping your nets in good repair would have been important.
Salmon fishing was once a huge industry in the southwest, with up to 2,000 fish caught on the Tamar every year. Local fishermen Alex Scoble and Frank Lanyon were among the dozens of men who made their living in this way.
It's over the top. So how old were you when you first started salmon fishing this river then?
Oh, when I was going to school.
Really?
Mm.
You were out as kids?
Oh, yes.
Netting?
Yes.
Netting salmon?
Usually we went with the older salmon fishermen.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was cheap labour, really, because they never paid the boys very much.
Were women ever allowed to go out on the boats?
Oh, yes, there's nothing to stop them.
Really?
No.
Because, I mean, the sea fishing, they wouldn't let them
that's
anywhere
right.
near, but on the river it was a bit different, was it?
Well, myself, I was superstitious, really. I didn't like ladies in the boat.
Didn't you?
No.
He let me and my daughter go with him.
So it's just like special cases. Hey!
Very good, isn't it?
So can I join you then on a fishing trip?
Yeah, I'll take you up on that. Mend the net and we'll take you on a fishing trip.
That sounds a good deal to me. Yes, please.
Stuart King is a carpenter who studied how cherry ladders were made.
Hello, Stuart.
He's come to the farm to help out.
Here is the ladder, which I need you to take a look at.
That's a ropey old thing.
It is. You can see, well, we've lost a few rungs, and some of them, I think, are a bit past their sell-by date.
Yeah, so you're looking for a repair, I suppose.
I am indeed.
And I hear the cherries are getting ripe.
Yeah, they are, and we've got to get to them before the birds do.
So it's got to be a make, do and mend job, hasn't it?
Indeed.
Stuart's using a pole lathe to turn the wood into rungs.
It's such a fantastic piece of equipment. It's so simple as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and we can trace lathes very similar to this back, at least to the Iron Age.
Right.
150 BC, almost certainly way beyond that. Really, all through history from there on.
That is lovely, that finish.
Never used sandpaper, didn't need to. That's as far as I can go until we measure the size of the hole.
Right, OK.
So that we can taper those down to fit the hole. I have just the tool.
Calipers are used to make the measurement.
Holes vary.
Yep.
I'm just going to measure that one with these inside calipers. That's perfect. Perfect. Should we try this one?
Yeah, go on then. Yep.
I'll pull the ladder apart for me.
Let these apart like
Thank you. Yeah.
There she is.
There we are.
Morning!
Morning, hello.
All the nets ready to go. Fab.
Yeah, it's all ready.
Oh, this is a great boat.
Yeah. Either you can throw the net out or row the boat.
Can I row the boat?
Yes, certainly you can.
See, I knew there was a reason my dad taught me to row.
The traditional method of salmon fishing on the Tamar is known as seine netting. It's one of the oldest occupations on the river. The net is 600 feet long. As it's fed into the water, weights along one edge cause it to stretch down to the bottom of the river. Fish are caught by encircling them in the net. Seine netting is currently banned on the Tamar, but they've been given permission to attempt it.
Aha, she's all in. So I just let the boat ride up onto the shore, yeah? is just sort of leaning into it, isn't it? Let your weight do it rather than
Yeah,
pull.
that's
You're
right.
right. I'll tell you what, it beats scrubbing floors.
Salmon could only be caught at certain times of year.
When exactly is the season, then?
Well, it did range from March, well, it was then, March to August.
So, what are the chaps doing the rest of the year?
Well, usually, men in this part of the valley would go back and work on the market garden.
Nope, she's empty.
Empty. When you pull the net in and there's nothing there, they call that a hop out.
Hop out. That's 'cause all the fish have hopped out. So now we load up again and just go
That's
again.
right, yeah.
So what's the biggest catch you've ever had then?
Well, one cast of the net, 27.
Whoa.
But for one tide,
Yeah.
we have 55.
Gosh, that's a lot of fish in one tide.
You know. Out a bit, Ruth.
Fishing like this has been banned on this river now, so we've had to get special dispensation to come out and...
Yes, that's right.
So if we do catch any fish, does that mean we have to put them back in?
Yes, yes. There.
A hop out again.
Hop out. Hop out, Charlie Peace.
It appeals to the gamblers in life. Those who like it slow and steady don't turn to fishing. So it's not just having a woman out with you then that's caused this run of bad luck?
No comment.
No comment, I like that. I don't care we didn't get any fish, I had a really good day.
So have I. I've enjoyed your company.
Oh, thank you.
Proper job.
Well, you know, when they do lift the ban, give me a call.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
we will.
The cherries are ripe and ready to pick. Alex and Peter are helping Jessica Collins, who owns one of the few cherry orchards still left in the valley. Her trees are varieties that were developed in the 19th century to suit the southwest's climate. Norma Chapman grew up harvesting cherries from her father's market garden.
Good morning.
Good morning, Alex.
Hello, Norma. Nice to see you.
Hi.
Hi, Jess. Nice to see you. So do you want to guide me then and tell me where I should be putting the ladder?
I'll do my best to do that, yes.
Okay, excellent.
Positioning the ladder could be a matter of life or death. Cherry pickers were injured and sometimes even killed falling off them.
And more round this way.
This tree's a funny angle. I mean, the excuses are coming out now. The curses will be coming out later.
It's the moment of truth for the old ladders.
It's feeling pretty sturdy. Waiting for those telltale creaks. First cherries. Oop. It's all right, it wasn't a rung.
How big was this industry?
Well, it was very large because not many people worked outside the village at all. Everyone, the families went down through the generations, and as soon as I was old enough, I left school and I worked with my parents until they retired.
So as just a family industry, how many cherries were you picking on in a season?
Well, with helpers on a very heavy season, Dad has picked 8 ton.
8 tons.
That's right. That's right. But on an average, it was 3 to 4 tons a year off the trees he had. That's
Tremendous amount of cherries.
In the 1900s, a ton of cherries could sell for £90, around 2 years' wages for the average agricultural labourer. This meant a cherry orchard was often the most valuable part of a farm.
I love the outdoors. And also, particularly cherry time, and we used to sing our hearts out up the top of the cherry tree, and it would just echo around the valley.